good morning all. This is Srividya, Assistant Professor, Department of CSIT. Today I am going to discuss about control structures in C. So this is the overview of the topic. Today I am going to cover simple if else, nested if and else if ladder. So in C programming language, the program execution flow is line by line from top to bottom. That means the C program is executed line by line from the main method. But this type of execution flow may not be suitable for all the program solution. See, let us consider, suppose we have this program, addition of two numbers, A, B, C, printf, enter any two numbers. So input we will give scanf, %d, %d, address of A, address of B, and C is equals to A plus B, printf, %d, C. So this is a normal program, C program, which is about adding two numbers, sum of two numbers. So here all the instructions, program execution starts from the main section, and here variables were declared. So first, when the control comes here, execution starts from here. So this one, declaration, int A, B, C are the three variables that was declared, and printf, enter any two numbers. Through scanf function we have given the input, and C is equals to A plus B is the logic. See, all the statements that we have written here will execute in an order, in sequential order, without any skipping or jumping from one condition or one statement to another statement. All the statements will follow the sequence. Suppose I don't want to execute few statements in this program, or I want to skip some statements. So in that case, we have two decision making statements as follows. One is if and switch statement. So we have if and switch statement. They are the decision making statements. What is a decision making? Decision making statements are the statements that are used to verify a given condition and decide whether a block of statements get executed on what? On based on the condition or the result. Next one. So if statement in C. If statement in C is classified into four types: simple if else, nested if and else if ladder. So what is simple if? Simple if statement is used to verify the given condition and executes the block of statements based on the condition or the result. The simple if statement evaluates specified condition. If the condition is true, it executes the next statement or the block of statement. See the syntax of the simple if, condition and block of statements. This is the flowchart for the simple if. Condition, always the condition is specified with rhombus. Condition, if the condition is true, this block of statement will execute, otherwise the false. So what is simple if? An if without else is called simple if. In simple if I can say an if without else. So if a condition is true, this block of statement will execute. So this is the sample program to calculate whether the given number is an even number or an odd number. Just we are writing this program in simple if. See, we have written hash include stdio.h, which is a standard header file, input and output, standard input and output.h. Why we will include this header file? Because we are going to use the printf and scanf. Printf and scanf. Printf and scanf are the predefined functions. Printf is an output function and scanf is an input function. So these two functions, printf and scanf, exist in this standard header file stdio.h. So we are writing this one. This comes under the link section. In the structure of program, I have discussed all the sections clearly. So hash include stdio.h we will write because we are using these two predefined functions here, and execution of your program starts from the main function. So to calculate whether the given number is even number or not, see, let us consider 6. Suppose I want to calculate whether 6 is an even number or not. 6, we know that 6 is an even number, but how you will give the instruction to the computer? So this 6 we will consider it as n, a, anything. So 6 I am storing this data 6 in a variable n. So that's what I have declared here, int n, and 6 is an integer number. Obviously it is an integer number. So we have to specify the type of the data. 6 is an integer number and 6 is a data and which is of type integer. So the short form of integer is int. This we have seen the in data types. We have primary, user defined and derived data types. Primary data types are int, float, char, double and void. So int is a data type which is declared, n is a variable which is declared and which is of type integer. So now printf enter any number. So I am going to enter 6 here. Through scanf function we are giving the input. Input is 6. So see this one. This is the decision control statement or decision making statement, simple if. So what it is doing here, if 6 modulus 10, n value is 6. So 6 modulus 2 equal to 0. 6 modulus 2. 6 modulus 2, if you apply modulus, you will get 0 here. 0 equal to 0. Yes, condition is true. So this condition is true. If the condition is true, this block of statements, whatever we have written, that will execute. Obviously 6 is even. So on the output screen, see this one, the screenshot. On the output screen, you will get the whatever we have written in the printf statement, number is even. Okay, so this is the decision control statement or the decision making statement. Based on this condition, whatever the statement you have written in the true block, that statement will execute. Next one, if else statement. The if else statement is used to verify the given condition and executes only one out of the two blocks. So if else has, suppose this is a condition or the decision making, always this one is represented with an if construct will look like this. Here the condition and true block and a false block and the statements. If the condition is true, the true block statements will execute. If the condition is false, the false block statements will execute. That's what it has written here. The if else statement evaluates the specified condition. If it is true, it executes a block of statements, that is the true block. If the condition is false, it executes another block of statements, obviously the false block. See the general syntax and execution flow of the if else statement. If the condition is true, obviously the true block statements will execute, otherwise the false block statement will execute, and this is the flow chart. See, suppose the same program, just we have checked with even or odd with simple if. We have taken the same example to calculate whether the given number is even or odd. In the simple if, as I told you, we will not write else there, only the true block will execute. So here hash include stdio.h and main function, actual execution of your program starts from the main section, and we will take any data and that data will store in a variable in your memory. So int n, we need a variable to store your data and n is of type integer. Printf enter any integer numbers. Through scanf we will give the input. Suppose here my input is 7. I want to check whether 7 is an even number or not. So 7, come here. So now this is your decision making statement. If n modulus 2, have to check whether the given number is even or odd. If you get the remainder as 0, you will obviously tell that it is an even number. If the remainder is 1, it is an odd number. So 7 modulus 2 equals to 0. 7 modulus 2, you will get the remainder as 1. 1 equal to 0. Condition false. So obviously this is the true block. Here printf given number is even, true block has to execute, but here 7 modulus 2, the remainder you got here is 1. Obviously the control will jump to the false block. So you can skip the statements here. In sequence we will not we will not able to skip any statement, because sequence means it will follow certain order. One after one, the instructions, whatever you have written, the statements will execute. Here in decision making stated, some block of statements you can skip. So based on the condition given, if n modulus 2 equals to 0, given number is even, else printf given number is odd. Whatever the number, suppose let us consider 12 as the input, n equals to 12. Okay, 12 modulus 2. 12 modulus 2 equal to 0. So if you divide this number with 12, so 12 modulus 2, obviously remainder is 0. 0 equal to 0. Condition is true. So you will get the answer as number is even. So this is if else. If else has a true block and a false block. Based on the condition given, either true block will execute or else the false block will execute. Next one is the nested if statement. Writing a if statement inside another if statement is called a nested if. In simple, we can say an if within if is called nested if. The general syntax of the nested if statement is as follows. See, an if within if is called nested if. If condition and again brace open, if condition 2 and next true block statement. See, if both the conditions are satisfied, this block will execute. Otherwise, control will directly come here and it will execute the false block of the condition 1. False block of the condition 1. If the two conditions are satisfied, then only this block of statement will execute. Otherwise, control will go to the false block. Next one here. This is the sample program to check the largest among the three numbers. Okay. Hash include stdio.h, the header file. So I told you to include this header file. We will include this header file because we are using some predefined functions like printf and scanf. Next. So obviously, to check with the largest among the three numbers, consider the three variables a, b, c. Let's consider a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20 and c is equals to 5. These are my three inputs. So how many variables we need here? We need three variables because we are checking largest among the three numbers. 10, 25 are the data values. So we want to store these three data values in a variable. So we will take here a, b and c. So that's what I have declared, a, b, c, and 10, 25 are of type integer. So the data type is int a, b, c, and printf enter any three numbers because it should ask you on the screen. See here like this, enter any three numbers on the console. So scanf, the three inputs we are giving three inputs. So scanf %d, comma, address of a, address of b, and address of c. So we have given three inputs. So now we are writing this code in nested if. So what is nested if? And if within if is called nested if. So if both the conditions are true, then only control will execute this block of code. Okay. So what we have taken, a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20, c is equals to 5. So if a greater than b, one condition, and I am checking a with b and with c. Okay. Suppose there are like this. 3. So I am checking a with b and a with c. I am comparing whether b is big or c is big. So here a greater than b and a greater than c. Let's consider, trace this code. 10 greater than a is 10. So 10 greater than b value 20. 10 greater than 20. Condition false. So control will not enter into this if condition. It will directly go to the else block. So what is b? B is 20. 20 greater than 5. 20 greater than 5. Obviously 20 is greater than 5. Condition is true. So this true block will execute. Printf %d is big, means here 20 is big. You will get the answer like this. 20 is big. Let's consider the same example. The screenshot, whatever I have considered here. See, I have taken a is equals to 45, b is equals to 56, c is equals to 89. Let's check. So this is nested if, and if within if is called nested if again. and this, if both the conditions are true, then only this block will execute. So what is the value of A? A is 45. 45 greater than 56. 45 greater than 56, condition false. So control will not enter into this if block. It will directly come here. What is the value of B? 56 greater than C value 89. 56 greater than 89? No. Condition false. So else block means the false block statement will execute. The false block statement 56 greater than 89, condition is false. So control will skip this statement and it will go to the else block. So D, percentile D is big. So what is C? 89 is big. So that is what the result we got. After executing, you will get the answer like this. 89 is big. So you can write directly. Otherwise, if you don't want to use percentile D, you can write C is big, B is big. Directly you can write, no problem. Next one, else if ladder. Writing an if statement inside an else of an if statement is called else if statement. The general syntax of if else if statement is as follows. If condition 1, true block statement will execute, else if condition 2. See, based on the conditions you have, you can use this else if condition. If the condition satisfies here, the true block will execute. Else if this block will, else if this one. Otherwise, if you have another condition, again you can include else if condition 3, and true and false block statements will execute. Let's consider the same program, largest among 3 numbers in else if ladder. So how can we write? If A greater than B and A greater than C. See, here I am using the AND operator. Printf A is big. See what I am doing here. I am checking A with B and C, whether A, B and C or small or bigger than this value A. Printf A is big. Else if, so now I want to check with B. B greater than A and B greater than C. Printf B is big. Again I want to check with C. Else if C greater than A and C greater than B. Printf C is big. So like that you can write here. Else A is big. This is using else if ladder I have written. We will see this calculating marks. See, based on the marks entered, this program is all about. Based on the marks entered, it is showing you whether which grade the student has secured. So int marks is a variable. Suppose if I enter 100. So based on that, it will show you which grade the student has got. So int marks, enter your marks, scanf %d, address of marks. So if marks greater than 85 and marks less than 100, these were the conditions given. Marks greater than 85 and marks less than or equal to 100, it will print you grade A. Else if marks greater than 60 and marks less than 85, B plus. Else if it is, we have taken marks greater than 40 and marks less than 60, grade will be B. Suppose, let's take this example. Here I have given the input as 100. So printf enter the marks, scanf function is an input function, so 100. 100 greater than 85 and 100 less than or equal to 100. What is AND operator? Both the conditions must be satisfied. 100 is obviously greater than 85 and 100 less than or equal to 100. Both the conditions are true. So control will directly go to this true block and it will print congrats, you have scored, or you scored, or your score is grade A. Whatever we have written in the printf statement, that will be printed on your screen. Suppose, consider again 35. If a student has scored 35. So printf enter any marks 35. So 35 greater than 85. Obviously the first condition itself is false. Okay, so this AND operator, it is AND operator, both the conditions should satisfy. Next, it will go to the else block. 35 greater than 60, no, false. Next, again this condition, else if 35 greater than 40, false. 35 greater than 30, and let's check this condition, 35 less than or equal to 40. See, both the conditions are true here. 35 is greater than 30 and 35 less than or equal to 40. Both the conditions are true. So, you have scored grade C. So, here you will get, your score is grade C. This is what else if ladder. So, in the next session, that's all for this session. In the next session, we will see the switch statement in C. Thank you.